List is a compound data type in Python that stores various objects and items in an order. So list is an ordered collection of items. Now I imagine a list like an organizer that stores objects or elements in its blocks. Now it can store numeric values, boolean values, string values or other lists within a list. If you are familiar with other programming languages, then a list in Python is similar to an array in C or C++ or a vector in R. So list is an ordered set of items that has a beginning and it has an end. So all these blocks are ordered in a sequence of index numbers starting from 0. Now notice the difference. The ordering in a Python list starts with a 0, not 1. Unlike some of the programming languages like R, the vector indexing starts with 1, not 0. But in case of Python list, the counting starts from 0. Now we can create a list in Python using a square bracket. When I start the first square bracket, Python autofills with the closing parentheses. And in the parentheses, I will write the elements that I want in my list. So I can give space between them to look clear. The space are not counted in Python. So I'll create a list of prime numbers and the elements in a list are separated with a comma. Now list is a way to assign name to a collection of numbers or items. So we can call this list a list of prime numbers. So we give the name of the list on left side of the equal sign. Now in Python list we can give objects and items of different data types, like some can be boolean, some can be integers, but 99% of time we have homogeneous data type in a list. And that's a good practice to have a homogeneous data type, that is same data type of all the elements in a list. Now how can we find the size of a list? There is a function that gives us the number of elements in a list that is called len. Len for length. Now if you are not familiar with functions in Python yet, then just understand that function is a predefined method in Python that returns a specific output when we pass an input to that function. I'll talk about functions in the next video, so make sure that you subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. So length is a function in Python and we would pass the name of the list within the parenthesis of length, and then length will tell us how many elements are there in the list. So this list has 6 elements in it. Index is the position of an element in a list. Now we have already created a list called weekdays. The elements in the list are assigned an index position and an order. Like Monday is the starting position, so index number of Monday is 0. Tuesday comes in the next position, so index of Tuesday is 1. So before we see the other operations on list, we will see what are the other data types in Python. List is a built-in data structure in Python where it stores items in an ordered sequence. So list is one of the 4 built-in data structures of Python and is the most commonly used one. The other data structures are dictionaries, tuple and set. And another alternate of list is a NumPy array. But this is not a built-in data structure in Python. So in order to use a NumPy array, we have to first import a library, a package called NumPy. So we'll get into all of these in the next video. So make sure that you have subscribed to my channel. Now the most common operations that we have to perform on a list as a data scientist is slicing, that is extracting elements from a list. We can extract elements from a list by using a square bracket. So I have created a list of movies, some of James Bond movies, some superhero movies, and gave a name of movies to the list. So these are the name of the movies in the list called movies. So for easy reference, I have pasted a picture where I have given the items, that is the name of the movies, and here I have given the index number of the movies. Now to extract one element from the list, we would pass the index number of that item within square brackets. So we write the name of the list and within square bracket. Suppose I want to extract the movie Skyfall. So I would write 1 as the index number of Skyfall is 1. And when I execute the cell, Skyfall is extracted. So if within the parenthesis I give 0, if I pass 0 index, it would extract the first movie in the list. We can extract movies from the end also. For that we give name of the list, and within square bracket we give -1, and this would extract the last movie in the list, that is the Terminator. And if we pass -2, then this would give the second last movie from the list. Now to extract multiple elements from a list, we give name of the list, and within parentheses we'll first write the starting index from which we want to extract till the index number of the last element that we want to extract. Now suppose we want to extract the superhero movies, that is Spider-Man, Ant-Man and Superman. So we would give the index number of Spider-Man, that is 4. We give a colon, and we want to extract till Superman, 6. Now if we run this cell, we can see that Superman is not extracted in this subset. So we can see that we have extracted only 2 movies. Superman, that is the element in the 6th index number, is not extracted. So the rule of slicing or subsetting in Python says that the starting index is inclusive and the ending index is not inclusive when we are trying to subset out certain number of elements. So when we give 6, it starts from 4 and ends at 5. It does not go and extract the 6th element. So if we have to extract the 6th element, we have to pass here the index number of next to 6, that is 7. Then only we would extract the 3 elements within 7 to 4. So it basically extract the ending position minus the starting position number of elements from it. So it would extract 7 minus 4, that is 3 elements, using this subset. Now output of this slice will also be a list. If we want to extract the first 5 elements of the list, we give the name of the list, and within parentheses we write 0, that is the starting position, and till 5, and we can see we got 4, 5. We start with 0 and go till 5, and that would extract the first 5 elements of the list. So we can see that 5 minus 0, this is the number of elements that is extracted with this subset. So when we start with 0, that is we want to extract from the beginning, we can write this 0, or we can simply omit this part and write colon and give the ending position. That will also give the same output. Similarly, if we want to extract the last 4 movies from the list, we would write the name of the list and starting with 7, and we don't have to mention the end position, and if we keep the space after colon blank and enter, it would extract the last 4 elements of the list. For adding a new element to a list, there are commonly 2 functions that are used. One is append, another is insert. With append, we can add a new element at the end of the list. Now we would append a new element called Sunday to this list called weekdays. For that we would write the name of the list, we give a dot and write append, and within append we will pass the name of the element that we want to add at the end of the list, that is Sunday. And if we run this, Sunday would be appended to the list at the end. So we can check that. We can see Sunday is added in the end. The next method is insert. With insert we can add an element to an existing list at the given index number. So if we want to insert Wednesday after Tuesday, for that we have to give the name of the list. We write dot insert and give a parenthesis, and now within the parenthesis if we type shift double tab, then it would show that we have to pass the index and the name of the object that we want to insert. So we would write the index number of Wednesday. So starting with Monday as 0, Tuesday 1. So Wednesday will have an index position of 2 and it would be called Wednesday. And if we execute the cell, we can see Wednesday is inserted in the position of 2. We can also concatenate 2 lists together, and that's very simple. By using a plus, we can add 2 lists together. Suppose I have 2 lists, week start and weekend. Then I can create a new list called week, and I can say week start plus weekend. And if we run week start, if we execute week, you can see that it has appended the start and end together. So we might also need to delete an element from a list, and there are 4 methods of doing it. The first is remove, where we remove an element by giving the name of that item. So if we give name of the list and write dot remove, and we want to remove Monday, we pass the name of the item, then that Monday would be deleted from the list of weekdays. There is another method of deleting an item from a list, that is called pop. And the format is same. We give the name of the list and write dot pop, and within parentheses we give the index position. Suppose we want to delete a Thursday, then we give index position of 2, and it not only deletes the element in index position 2, it also pops out the result that is deleted from the list. So it says that we have deleted Thursday from the list weekdays. If we run it, we can see that Thursday is removed from the original list. Now the third method is clear, and with help of clear we can clear all the items from a list. So if we write weekdays dot clear, and then if we give weekdays and see that there is no element in the weekdays list anymore, it is an empty list now. All the elements are deleted. Though all the elements are deleted, the list is still there. It is a list with 0 element in it. This is an empty list. Now if we want to delete the entire weekdays, for that we have to use del, and within parentheses we give the name of the list weekdays. Let's execute weekdays once again. So this is the weekdays. We have 7 elements in weekdays. Now if I delete weekdays list, then we can see that it is not only deleting the list elements, it also deletes the entity called weekdays. Then even with the name the list, the entire list is deleted. Now the next function that we need sometimes is sort, where we want to sort the elements of the list in ascending or descending order. For that, let's create a list of marks, and we'd sort the marks in ascending order. For that we would write sorted, and within parentheses we will pass the name of the list, and it would sort the list from in an ascending order. Now if we want to sort the list in descending order, if we place shift double tap, we can see reverse equals to false. So false is the default settings that says it is an ascending order. So if we write reverse equals to true, then the list would be sorted in descending order. In the next video we will talk about a very important topic, and that is list comprehension. So stay tuned.